What is up, comic book community? Joe here with another episode of 360 Comics. I have been really busy the last couple days. On Saturday, I went up to Connecticut for the 3 Men in a Basement comic book crawl. Haul video coming soon. Sunday, I watched my Eagles fight in the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they did not come out on top. And now today, it is my birthday. And what better birthday present than a box from CGC. So we're going to do an unboxing video today. We got 25 books in here. Let's hope we get some good grades. In honor of the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, this month's giveaway is going to be this copy of Avengers Forever #9, origin story and cover appearance of Kang the Conqueror. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. That gives you an entry, and you can check out all of our videos from the month of February because you can like all of them and comment on all of them for additional entries. Good luck. All right, let's get into it. This is a 25-book CGC submission. 12 of the books were provided by my buddy Mike, Pope of Chillytown on Instagram. Definitely give him a follow. And the other 13 books were provided by me. We've got some guesses on the grades here, so we'll go through all of that, but let's get this thing opened up. All right, I'm going to do this without looking at the grades here. I want to be surprised. I did catch a glimpse of one of the book's names on this side, so I know we're going to start with Mike's book. Hopefully they kept us in the same order. They should have. This is Avengers West Coast number 94. Yeah, number 94. This is one of Mike's books. Oh, no, they're out of order. Awesome. Okay, so this is not Avengers West Coast 94. This is obviously Omega Men number 3. First appearance of Lobo. And Mike thought that this was going to be a 9.6, 9.8 contender here. Let's see, did he get the 9.8? Boom, 9.4. Okay, so a little lower than he thought, but hey, still a very respectable grade for an awesome book and one that has been very talked about recently. Whether we're going to get Jason Momoa or somebody else, I think we'll probably have Lobo in the DCU. Let's see what the next book is. Okay, this is Mad Balls number 1. This is like a weird, wacky, like, I don't even know what to call it, but it's from Star Comics, and this is the first issue. This book is very expensive in a 9.8, but it drops off a lot after that. Star Comics, by the way, was an imprint of Marvel from the 1980s. And Mike thought that this was going to be a 9.6. He did realize it wasn't a 9.8 contender, did have a prominent spine 6. He said 9.6. We got another 9.4. Uh-oh. I hope this isn't how the whole submission's going to go. We'll see. Next book is... Okay, Incredible Hulk number 449. This is the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. Mike thought that this one was a 9.294. Again, not a perfect 9.8. Oh, but it's a newsstand. That's why he did submit it in this condition. And he got a 8.0. Oh, man. Ugh. Gonna have to look at the grader's notes. He thought it was a 9.294, and he got an 8.0. That's, uh-oh. I'm kind of worried about my books. Okay, Green Lantern number 25. First appearance of Monk, Atrocitus, Larfleeze in cameo. This is a really prominent modern Green Lantern book. Not only that, but this is the one in, I believe it's a 1 in 10 variant cover. Let's see. Okay, Mike wrote that this was a 9.8, like stone cold 9.8. I'm concerned given the rest of the books. Oh, hey, 9.8, awesome. Okay, great, so that's awesome. This book has a lot of legs. You know, obviously we're getting a Lantern show. They're probably going to flesh out those characters. I cannot imagine them not introducing at least Atrocitus at some point, if not, you know, a lot of these other characters as well. So, okay, so that's the first win. That's the first win of this submission. Okay, bad. This is Detective Comics 737. Let's see, Detective 737. So Mike thought this one was a 9.6, 9.8 contender. Hopefully he's up there. Hopefully the 9-8, another win. Do we get another win? Okay, 9-6. That's still good. That is still good. This is I believe this is the first in continuity Harley Quinn, or second in continuity appearance of Harley Quinn. Batman Harley Quinn is her first in continuity appearance, and then this is her first time in one of the main runs. All right, next book we got. Oh, this is a big one. DC Comics presents 47, I believe 47, right? 47, yeah, this is the first appearance of Masters of the Universe, first appearance of He-Man, all that stuff, in comic books. Mike thought it was a 9-6, so he thought this one really, really sharp. I remember, I think he sent me some pictures of this, and I agreed. That is not good. Okay. Did something get dropped or something like that? I'm a little concerned because there have been a couple books that... All right, this has a couple little issues, but this does not look like an 8.0 to me. This is like the nicest looking 8.0 that I've ever seen. And maybe I'm missing something. Ugh, okay. We'll keep it moving. Hopefully my books are better than Mike's. All of these have been Mike's so far. This one included. Okay, so this is Animaniacs Christmas special or holiday special. Yeah, Christmas special #1. This is the first appearance of Animaniacs in comic books. Mike thought it was a 9.4. The reason he submitted it being only a 9.4 is this is the DC Universe logo variant. This is one of the rarest DC Universe logo variants, one of the most coveted ones. Very hard to find, especially in high grade. These came in combo packs back in the early 1990s. Mike said it was a 9.4. What do you get? 8.0. This is... I am now very concerned for the outcome of my books. Ugh. All right. Could this order have been, like, dropped or something? I've heard that CGC is getting a little bit harsher, but... books that are supposed to be in the 9s that come out in 8.0. All right, here's Animaniacs #35. This is the first appearance of Freakazoid in comic books. This one's also the newsstand version, so definitely a lot rarer from the late 1990s. He had this pegged again at a 9.4. Are we going to see another 8.0? Are we going to see a 9.4? 9.6 maybe? 8.5. Wow. Yeah, I gotta look at the grader's notes. I'm gonna do that before the end of this video. Okay. Not a good start. Okay, here's the book that was supposed to be first, Avengers West Coast #1. This was, again, a 9.6, 9.8 contender for Mike. This is the first appearance of, or first use of the name War Machine for this character, Rhodey, in the War Machine armor. 9.49, or sorry, 9.6, 9.8, is it? It is a 9.6. Okay. Okay. Whew. I was getting concerned we'd see another number starting with 8 there. Turn the volume for my phone off. Ooh. All right. We got a couple more mics, and then we're on to mine, and I am very concerned. Oh, here's one of mine, actually. Maybe we did all mics. No, he still has, like, 3. But he's got shuffled around, clearly. This is one of my books. This is the first of my book. Iron Man number... It's on the back. 150. I thought that this was a 9.0, 9.2, maybe on a good day a 9.4. So I was really thinking it was a 9.2. I'd be okay with a 9.0. Let's see. All right. I was worried that this was going to be like a 7.5 or something. 9.0, I'm okay with that. Amazing Doctor Doom cover. Really classic. Really just a highly collected cover. No, I don't think there's really any significance other than the cover of that book. But it's a beautiful one. It is a milestone issue, I get. Okay, here's another one of mine. This I'm worried about because this book, I was sure this was a 9.8. Positive. This is a newsstand of The Death of Superman, issue 75. Mass-printed book, but the newsstand one, obviously a lot harder to find, especially in a high grade, as we know about newsstands. I really need a 9.8 on this one. Oh, okay, cool. Woo. Sick. 9.8 white pages. That is what we need on this book. This book in a 9.6 does not have very much value. 9.8, fortunately, is, I think, like around 200. All right, next one. Okay, this is another one of my books. Thought it was a 9.6, 9.8. You know, I'm okay with a 9.6. I'll be stoked with a 9.8. Okay, 9.6. 9.6, good enough. I shouldn't be complaining given some of those other grades that we saw earlier. 9.6, very solid grade, classic Buscema cover. Wolverine number 8 with Joe Fixit. All right, is this going to be the Wolverine 10 next? It is, Wolverine 10. Same deal with this one, but this one, I really wouldn't have submitted this unless I really thought I was going to get a 9.8 because a 9.6 is probably like a $50, $60 book. It's not very expensive, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 70. I don't know, but it's cheap in a 9.6, so I really thought this would be a 9.8. Got the 9.6. Well, this is from the same collection as the other Wolverine book, so maybe that makes sense, but again, got to check the grader's notes, if there are any grader's notes on these. We will see. All right, next book. Another one of mine, Wolverine number 1, limited series, newsstand. I thought, again, this was a 9.6, 9.8 contender. I'd be happy with a 9.4, though. Anywhere 9.4 or up, I'm good on this one. You know, I submitted one in the last CGC submission. If you watched that video, I did get a 9.6 on that one. So I'm really hoping for a 9.8 for the PC. We got another 9.6. Okay. All right. Well, hey, 9.6 of that book is great. You know, $350. Solid price on that book. Okay. Then we got G.I. Joe number 1. Now, if you remember, if you watched my last video, my last unboxing from CGC, this was the big win. I got a 9.8 on this book. Recent sales have come down a little bit, so I did drop the price on that to about $1,000, but still, a 9.8, another 9.8? Are we going to get another 9.8? That'd be amazing. I'd be okay with a 9.6. Okay with a 9.4, maybe? That's a 6. 9.6, okay. Still good. Not the huge win that we had last time. But a 9.6 of this book is a solid $400 book, maybe even $450. So, okay. It seems like my books are doing a little bit better than Mike's. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for him. Let's go to the next one. Wolverine Limited Series number 4. If you remember, I got 50 copies of this book in a recent collection. The last one got a 9.4. So anything better than that is good. I did sell the 9.4 already for $80, so, you know, that's a decent come up. Hopefully higher, though. Yeah, 9.6, okay. Not the 9.8. You know, we always, you want the 9.8, but with that book, I'm very okay with the 9.6. Probably has a value of $100 to $125, somewhere in there. Okay, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, numero uno, first appearance of Firestar. Got one of these again in my last submission. It was a 9.4, so hoping for higher than that. I did sell the 9.4 already, and we got another 9.4. Okay, so they're hitting this one the same way as the last one. Man, I really thought this was the contender for the 9.8. Yeah, well, hey, it is what it is. All right, we got a bunch more books. Still a lot of room. There's some big ones left, too. Some books that I'm very excited about, possibly for the PC. All right, here's issue number 2 of the Wolverine Limited Series. Again, newsstand copy from that same collection. I did not submit one last time, so this is the first issue number 2 that I've submitted. Hoping for the 9.8. Happy with a 9.4 or a 9.6. 9.2 or lower, I'm going to be bummed. 9.6, solid. Wow, I feel like half of my books have been 9.6s, at least half, maybe more than half. That was like the number that the grader was feeling that, 9.6, sure, why not? All right, oh man. Guys, this one, is a book. This is The Crow, issue number 1, first Crow book. It is also the second printing of this. Now, if you have watched my recent sales, I actually have a first printing up for sale because I upgraded my personal collection copy. This is the second printing. I got this for really, really cheap at a local store. I was thinking probably a 9.0. Be okay with an 8.5. Stoked about a 9.2. So not 9.0 is kind of where I thought it was going to be, give or take. It is a 9.0. Okay, so that is right where I thought it was going to be. Beautiful James O'Barr cover. Love that cover. I just rewatched this movie like, a week ago. Not even a week ago. So the next book is probably the Caliber Comics Caliber Presents number 1, and it is, okay, so this is the actual first appearance of the Crow. Issue number 1, this kind of basically is a preview for issue number 1, but it is a full story in comics, so this is actually the first appearance of the Crow. The book before, though, especially the first printing, is worth more than this one. Now, this is staying in the PC. This is the only copy of this book I had. I bought it from a store. They had it listed as an 8.5, and I thought I could improve it with a press and a clean. I thought this book, 8.5 maybe as it sits, but I thought I could at least get it up to a 9.2, maybe 9.4, maybe 9.6. That would be a big win. No way it was going to get a 9.8 because there is a color-breaking spine tick that's pretty noticeable. So, like I said, happy with 9.2. 9.4 would be great. 9.6 would be an absolute major win. We got the... Wow! Yes! Okay. Like I said, this is a personal collection book for me. So to get it in a grade, the highest possible grade that I thought it could get, that is amazing. A 9.6. First appearance of the Crow. Caliber Presents number 1 with that ad for the Crow on the back. I am unbelievably excited about this. Like, a lot of the rest of the books, those are ones that I'm going to be selling and stuff. That book is PC all day. So that's the biggest one for me. That is why I do all of this, to fund my PC, let the hobby pay for itself, all that stuff. All right. I could get terrible grades on the rest, and I'd be okay with that. Marvel Secret Wars number 1. I thought this was a 9.4. It's a newsstand. This was in that collection that I bought with all the newsstand copies of things. Again, thought it was a 9.4. I'd be happy with a 9.2. Really happy with a 9.6. Anything less than a 9.2, I'm going to be bummed on. Excuse me? 7.0? 7.0? There's 2 color-breaking spine ticks on this book. Why is this book a 7.0? Did I not notice something? This is straight up the nicest 7.0 I've ever seen in my entire life. I gotta check the grader's notes. Maybe it's something interior, but I don't think so because this... I bought this off of a guy who didn't read it. Like, he didn't open these books. He just put them away. All right, this is going to take some investigating. It's good that I was so hyped up about the Crow book because that was a big letdown. That is the first, really bad grade that I've ever gotten back from CGC. Thought it was a 9.4, came back a 7.0. I'm going to have to look at the grader's notes on that. We will see. All right, next up. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8. Everybody knows this book. Classic cover. Origin story of the black suit. I thought this was a... Let's see. I thought this was a 9.6. Not quite that 9.8 perfection, but really high grade. It actually says 9.6 firm. Basically, that means it has 1 spine tick and nothing else wrong with it. That I usually rate 9.6 firm on that. 9.4 would be okay. I actually bought the book from someone who said they think it's a 9.4. So if I get that, hey, I get that. If I somehow get the 9.8, that'd be amazing. 9.6. Okay, so that is like I said, I bought this for the 9. Like I said, from someone who thought it was, at most a 9.4. I ended up getting a 9.6 on it, so that's a pretty nice bump right there. And we got 3 books left, and I think one of these is still Mike's. Yeah, this one is definitely Mike's. This is New Mutants #4 from the 2nd volume of New Mutants. I forget the key significance to it. It is not even listed on there, but it is some sort of a key. Not just that, but it is a newsstand copy as well. Mike thought this was going to be a 9.8. Wow, he just straight up wrote 9.8 too. So, like, he thought this was a contender of all contenders. Boom. And he got a 9.2. They really hit Mike's books hard. Wow. This is a really nice 9.2 as well. Again, might be something on the interior, but it looks better than a 9.2 to me. But what do I know? I'm not a CGC grader. 2 books left. I think one is Mike's and one is mine, unless they're both Mike's. This one's another one of Mike's. Yeah, actually, they are both Mike's. So, Wolverine #1 from the ongoing series from 1988. Classic cover here. First appearance of Wolverine in his patch persona. Mike said, again, thought this was really firmly a 9.6, 9.8 contender. Does it get the 9.6? Does it get the 9.8? 9.2 again. Yo, this is crazy. And this, again, looks really, really clean to me. Man, maybe a little color rub on the back. Dang. 9.2. Okay. I'm overall pretty happy with my stuff. Mike's grades were not as good as mine. Last one for him. This is Star Wars Legacy #1. This is, I think, a bunch of first appearances. Cade Skywalker, Shado, Sazin, Darth Krayt, Malady, and Nile. Death of Cole Skywalker, and Fel Decoy. This is also the 2nd printing of that book. Again, this is Star Wars Legacy #1 from 2006, Dark Horse Comics. Great cover. Mike said, again, a 9.6, 9.8 contender up there. Is he going to get it? Boom. Okay, at least this one was a 9.6. If we saw another 9.2 or an 8.0 like we saw before, I was gonna be a little bit concerned. All right, so like I said, I am personally happy with the grades that I got, especially this PC book. Very, very happy with this. If you remember my last submission, I also had a really good PC book come back, X-Men '94, which I thought was going to be a 5.0 or 4.5 to 5.0, and ended up getting a 6.0. This is the big win this time. Maybe not the most expensive book. Maybe it is, actually. This book, I think, is about $600. Overall, not a lot of 9.8s. What were there? 2? I had 1.98, and I think Mike literally had 1.98 as well. So that is really, I've heard a lot of people have some videos recently and some unboxings and some submissions that they were like, yo, CGC is grading really hard right now. That might be the case for modern books. So I would say be careful what you're sending in right now. Send in like the true contenders. Don't risk it for the biscuit right now, because I would agree with people. I've seen it on a couple different channels. A couple different friends of mine have mentioned it. So I'm seeing it firsthand right now. This was definitely, at least seemed like a stricter submission than the one that I even did just a month ago. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm going to keep submitting stuff. I've got another modern order going out this week, and I'm working on a pre-1975 Silver Age, Bronze Age books. I also have one that's going to be a crack press resubmit order. It's only going to be 5 books, but they're all CPR candidates, meaning we're cracking them out of the slab, doing a press and clean, and resubmitting them, trying to get a higher grade, nice grade bump. So fingers crossed on those. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely great to get a birthday present from CGC, an order back. Overall, I'm happy. Obviously there were some grades that I wish were higher, but other than the the big head scratcher on the what's it called? Secret Wars #1, the kind of 7.0, and I thought it was a 9.4. Other than that, like, everything was within a grade point, you know. Yes, I would have loved a 9.8 on the Wolverine 8 and the Wolverine 10, but I got a 9.6. So overall, I'm okay. I'm actually going to do a quick check of the grader's notes on these. So bear with me. If you care about listening to grader's notes, stick around. If not, then, you know, you can be on your way out. Make sure you do like and subscribe. But let's check the grader's notes here. CGC submissions. Here we go. Okay, so not a lot of grader's notes. Not a lot. Okay, here's one. So Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #1. Grader's notes: light bends to cover, light creasing to cover, light spine stress to cover. To me, that doesn't even sound like a 7.0. Light, all of those things are light. Bends to cover, creasing to cover, spine stress to cover. Now, it did have, like I said, 2 spine ticks. I really thought that was a 9.4. And I got a 7.0. That might be a crack press resubmit as well. We'll take a closer look at it. What else has grader's notes? Almost nothing has grader's notes. Do any of Mike's books? So Mike's first appearance of Thunderbolts, Incredible Hulk #449. That got light bends to cover, light creasing to cover, light spine stress lines. It got the same grader's notes. And he also had it on DC Comics Presents 47. Same grader's notes. Light bends to cover, light creasing to cover, light spine stress to cover. His Animaniacs #1. The same grader's notes. All 3 of those things. And Animaniacs 35. The same grid. All right, so there's only grader's notes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. Or 5 or 6 books. And they're all exactly the same, despite them being different grades, ranging from a 7.0 to a 9.2. Somebody might have been lazy. I'm not trying to point any fingers. I'm not trying to raise the pitchforks or anything like that. Someone might have gotten lazy here because some of these grades don't make sense to me. Those grader's notes certainly don't make sense to me, considering they all say the same thing and they are a wide range of grades. But hey, I got this book. You know what? I'm happy. It's my birthday. I'm going to celebrate. Good one for the PC. Thank you all for watching. Please hit the thumbs up for a like. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. You can win this book right here if you're subscribed for the month of February. And until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.